Coming up on that second exam, and we got to know what's going on because this will be just a little bit different than it had been before. All right, we take a look in our Google Classroom. We got exam for material, exam for one, and exam two material. We look in exam two material, there's exam preparation. Must watch to take exam. So I'm going to open that up. Now we have some directions here. But if we just scroll down a little bit, you see there's a Google form. And this Google form has those exact same directions in it. So I'm going to open the Google form. And here, exam preparation confirmation. And so what this does at the very top is it tells us a little bit about the exam, the bare bones. If we're taking environmental science, then our exam is October 2nd. Starts at 11 a.m. Submissions are going to stop at 11:59 a.m. That's a hard and fast timed on that day and between that particular hour when you can take the environmental science exam. Some of us are in forensic science. That's going to be that same day, Friday, but your exam, you'll get the link and it will open at 1 and it will close at 1:59. Now, the previous exam number one, well, there was all kinds of chaos. People, taking it late and submitting it late. People actually starting after the exam closed, and then, some people not being able to submit their exam because it was way after the exam closed when they finally got around to finishing their exam. Crazy stuff happened. We're going to try and avoid all it again. Now, the department has come up with, they've paid for a TimerProctor shell of a website that we can put our exam number 2 in. And so we're going to do that. And so, well, we got to follow the directions here. We must watch the TimerProctor website. Look at number 2 down here. Must watch that TimerProctor website and take the trial test, right? So there's a little video, there's a trial test, and that way we know that your computer or whatever it is you're using, hopefully your laptop, will work with this programming, that you have both the video and the audio open, that the background behind you doesn't have a whole bunch of faces, that the computer just sees your face. You're not wearing a mask or a hood or anything like that, that, it can recognize who you are and what you're doing. If you start looking over to the side like this all the time, then it's going to deem that suspicious behavior. There are all kinds of things that it will deem suspicious. So you do your exam, you're looking at the screen, you're not flicking back and forth on the internet, you're not looking down at your phone or anything like that. You're not talking to anybody. Any of these kinds of things will deem it suspicious, and your trust score, as calculated by this artificial intelligence, this big brother watching you, the computer, well, it's going to give you a low score if you're doing all this suspicious behavior and invalidate the test. I will look at it and, well, okay, you either get a 0 or okay, you got to come take the makeup in class during class time so that I am your proctor rather than the computer. So it's a whole lot easier if the computer is your proctor and it's a nicer exam. We take a look here and there's the link to the Proctor website, TimerProctor website. I click on that and it takes me there. And well, it takes me there eventually. Okay, and so we have to go here and make sure that your computer or browser, whatever, is going to work with it. Here you take the little demo test, you click that, and if it loads successfully, then anything that I have given to the proctor, it will work, all right? And so you take this test to see if you got a proper functioning venue for taking the exam. It tells you here one of the critical things. After you've taken the real test with me, you have to use the purple submit button below, and above on your test form there will be a green button for submitting. You got to hit both of these for your exam to be submitted. So when you take the exam, they'll do that for you. They'll also tell you to go do this sample test. And what happens, you hit the little link right there, and it will take you to this video, how to take the test. And so we hit the little video, and it goes on about, what the expectations are for the background that your camera is going to look at, for what it wants to see your face, that your eyes are looking at the screen and all. And so after you watch the video, you say, got it. And then you got to close all your tabs. I can't do that because I'm in Zoom doing this. But after you close the tab, then you hit OK, finish closing, and it will let you take a little practice exam. Can you answer a couple questions regarding, how the exam is going to work, and that you understand submit, the two buttons, and then away you go. All right, you should be ready for the link for the exam that I send you. Okay, so I'll send you a link for the exam. And so let's all go back to here. And so, I will, go over, this number one here, what the exam is now going to be like. Exam number 2 is going to be more traditional. No notes, no internet search, no electronic devices. You're on your honor to use all the knowledge that you've gained from, your studying previously to the notes, and you're watching the videos, understanding that material. Now you come in and take that exam all by yourself. It's only for 1 hour, only during that class time, just as if you were taking it here in class with me. All right. Computer proctor, well, make sure you set it up as expected. Get a trust score out of there that is, reasonable, and I'll be happy. And you'll be happy, right? This is a good exam, format and procedure. Now, the exam number 2 is going to be different from exam number 1. Exam number 1, kind of went helter-skelter. You had open book and all of that, but, it was more conceptual. People actually didn't do that well. I think mostly because they didn't study beforehand, and so a lot of people just did not do well on concept. Few people did real well. They studied, they looked at the videos, but if you didn't study, it didn't help you. All right, so we're going to be focusing more on knowledge level, on the fundamentals. Do you know the vocabulary? This is kind of like the exams that I always gave, matching, few true and false that kind of get us a little bit of concepts, but it's more, do you understand vocabulary? If I ask you a basic question, what is Locard's principle? Can you write out a little explanation of Locard's principle? That would be a great exam question for forensics. Just do the best you can on the exam, but expect it to be more like a traditional multiple choice true false. Okay, I'm going to, just let you get to your preparation now. We didn't need a long video. Everything is kind of written right here. So good luck to you. If you have problems, get a hold of me. Send me a text, email me, whatever. But get this done. Answer these 2 questions below. Yes, I watched this lecture video right now. And yes, I watched the TimerProctor website video and took the test. Click those yes buttons, get 2 points, and we'll all be happy. All right. So good luck, do well, and let me know before the exam if you have any trouble. All right, bye-bye.